Okay, so this video is just a quick demo of our app's functionality and the mirror. So the device on the left is supposed to be our mirror, but unfortunately, due to the current circumstances, we were unable to get our hands on the hardware. But essentially, it's the same concept. The the only difference is that the device we're using is much smaller than we intended, but it still serves its purpose. And on the right-hand side, we see what the app looks like when we're trying to customize what the mirror will look like. So I'm going to go ahead and press play. So here I'm just showing that you can enable any widgets that you want, and they'll automatically pop up on the mirror. Just a side note, as you can notice, there's a button on the bottom of the app that says sign in with Google. So at the moment, I'm not signed in. We're using a built-in default account that was integrated into the app so that you wouldn't necessarily have to have a Google account to be able to use the app. And right here, I'm going into the weather module, and I'm simply gonna set the weather to a different location. So I believe I'm choosing Los Angeles, California. We go ahead and set that. And as we can see, the weather on the mirror automatically updated. And now it's showing us the weather in Los Angeles. Let me go back a bit. So next feature I'm going to demonstrate is the calendar feature. So we'll go ahead into calendar. And here we're going to create a new event. And we're just going to title this default to, just to make it easier down the line to identify which events belong to which accounts once we get into that. And right now I'm putting in an event description. And this is just gibberish just to test the functionality. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the color I want, save it, and it should pop up right there. So I had already created a default 1 event, and the one I just created was the default 2 event. And let's go back. And as we can see, the mirror on the left side automatically adds that event. So the events that are displayed on the mirror on the left side will show you upcoming events. So the ones it's showing you now are events that are going to happen either today or tomorrow. So let's go ahead and sign in with one of our accounts. And I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my Gmail account. And as we can see, as soon as I signed in, some of the features on the mirror that's on the left side disappeared. And that's because I didn't have some of those modules enabled in my Gmail account, but I'll go ahead and demonstrate that we can customize it just however we want. So when you sign in, it first also takes you to a preview of what the mirror is going to look like. So you don't necessarily have to be looking at the mirror to know what it's going to look like. You can look at the mirror. You can look at a preview of how the mirror is going to look like from the very same device. So I want to go ahead and click the settings button. I'm going to enable the Reddit news module feature, and that's going to pop up on the mirror a headline that's being fetched from Reddit's front page. And again, I'm just demonstrating that you can go back and take a look at the preview of what the mirror is going to look like, just in case you're not in direct contact with the mirror. So here I'm going to enable the weather and change the location to something different from our default account. And I believe I'm choosing San Diego, California. I'm going to go ahead and set that. And that should give us San Diego's weather. And again, we have calendar events here that we can create, edit, and delete. So I'm going to go ahead and create an event for tomorrow. And I'll put in the event title. And again, I'm putting in Gmails just so that we can identify which account we're in. And I'll just put in a gibberish description. I'll go ahead and choose the color I want, and I'll save the event. And as you can see, the event automatically popped up on the mirror because it is an upcoming event. However, if we choose to create an event that's not an upcoming event, an event that's going to happen in the future, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll put it for an event in May. I'll go ahead and title this just something random and put in another just gibberish description. So I'll go ahead and choose my color, save it. So there are my April events. And if I scroll over, there's my May event. So if I click on one of these events, I also have the option to edit that event. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this one. And I'm simply just going to delete some stuff. And as you can see, as soon as I save that edit, the mirror on the left automatically updated, showing the newest edit of that update. So let's go back to the module screen, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out. And I'll go back and sign in with a different account. So this different account is using my CI email, which of course has its own personalized settings. As you can see, I only have in this account the weather module enabled and the calendar module. So let's go ahead and enable the date module, the clock module, and the Reddit news module, just so that they're all enabled. So I'm going to go into this calendar for this account, and I'm going to create an event on this day so that it can show up on the upcoming events. Again, I'm going to title this CSUCI Gmail, just so that we know which account we're in. And I'll just put in another gibberish description. I'll choose my color, go ahead and save that. The event automatically pops up on our calendar, and on the mirror, we see that that event also pops up since it is an upcoming event, which is happening today. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the first event that was there just to showcase that we can edit events if we wish to. So as soon as I push that button, the check mark to save it, it should also update it on the mirror screen. And yep, it got updated. So let's go back here. I'm going to sign out. And once you sign out, it does take you back to the default account that comes integrated with the app. So in this default account, I'm just going to disable a few things. And as you can see, the upcoming events, they do say default 1, default 2, signaling that it is fetching the correct data that it needs to from the correct account. And I'll sign in to my Gmail account. And again, immediately we see on the mirror the modules that I had enabled previously, and upcoming events, we see Gmail 1, Gmail 2. I'm showing that again, it's fetching the right data. We'll go ahead and sign out, I believe. And it takes us back to the default account. Let's sign in one more time. Let's go into my CI email, and there we go. All our presets, all our events we created, edited, and deleted, they're all there. Also, I forgot to mention this, but if you want to delete an event, it's just as easy as, or let me go back a bit. Okay, so we're going to go into our calendar. So I'm going to showcase how easy it is to delete an event you don't want. So both of these events are upcoming events since they're happening on the same day, I believe. So let's say we want to delete an event. Uh, it's as easy as just pushing the X button. The event gets deleted and it also stops showing on the mirror screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, go to our default account. And again, I'm just showing how easy it is to delete events and how quick it refreshes on the mirror side. And I'm just going to go ahead and edit this event again to show how quick the mirror itself can update. And yeah, that about covers our functionality for now. And that would be about it.